Hey, what's up, family? In this video, we're going to unlock the differences between retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and wholesale. So as always, take notes. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit the like button. If you actually get any value from this content, make sure you also subscribe. So we'll jump right into it. So what's retail arbitrage? Retail arbitrage, already. That's the process of going inside of a retail store like Walmart, Target, Ollie's, TJ Maxx, and you find items that you're able to flip online for a profit. Whatever platform you choose is totally up to you. My preferred platform right now is Amazon, but I do sell on Mercari and eBay as well. And I dibble and dabble into the other platforms. So that's just in a nutshell what retail arbitrage is. Online arbitrage is essentially the same thing, only you're going from website to website. So you're going to Macy's.com or Walmart.com, and you find an item that you can flip on a website like Amazon.com or eBay.com. So what's wholesale? Wholesale is basically when you go directly through a manufacturer, distributor, or someone that controls the brand, and you buy directly from them in bulk as opposed to going on a retail website. So those are the three simple differences, and we'll just kind of dive into more elaborate differences between them. So retail arbitrage is very ideal for someone that's new to the business. This is like really from the ground up, where you're able to learn how to source products, especially when you're using a complicated platform such as Amazon, which can be complicated if you don't have the proper guidance and the proper steps or the proper coaching. I actually provide coaching services for anyone that wants to learn how to sell on Amazon. But so retail arbitrage, definitely from the ground up. Actually my favorite when it comes down to the activity, because it's very fun to go shopping. Who doesn't like a little retail therapy, right? So better for the new beginner, because you're able to simply go in there with a mobile app, whether it's eBay app or your Amazon app. You're literally able to scan items and compare different price points and things of that nature. You're able to get the ground running just simply. Anybody can do that as long as you have retail stores available. Now that could be the issue. Some people live in rural areas, or just kind of in the middle of more of the countryside or whatnot, where they don't have a lot of different stores that they can choose from to perform retail arbitrage. So for this reason, that is one of the small flaws when it comes down to retail arbitrage. If you don't have any stores in your area, you're not able to go shopping. But it's very much better for someone that's starting off with a very low budget. Say for instance, you have $100 or less. If I had $100 or less, I might actually start off thrifting or going to yard sales. But if I had $100 and for retail arbitrage, and I guess thrifting would still fall into that. But $100, you can literally go buy like a pair of shoes that you can flip online. Like you can literally take that and you can get the inventory the same day. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for a shipment or anything like that. And you can start off with it, So definitely still one of my favorite methods to source. However, I don't have as much time to do that like I did in the past, because I'm always busy running around, which brings me to the next sourcing method, option 2. That's online arbitrage. Very cool. Basically, like I said before, you're taking items from one website, you're selling them on another platform such as eBay or Amazon. Very cool, because this business model is actually scalable. And what I mean by scalable, you're actually able to grow this business and be more hands-off, as opposed to having to do the heavy lifting that comes with retail arbitrage and things of that nature. If you want to, you can send all of your items to a prep center, and they can ship your items to your customers for you. If you so choose, you can be hands-off. You don't have to touch the products if you don't see it, especially if you're using an Amazon FBA model, which has become very, very, very popular over the last few years. So with online arbitrage, it's a little more expensive than retail arbitrage, because you have to order the product, and and the only way for the shipping to be worth it is if you get quite a few products. Oftentimes they waive the shipping for you if you would spend, let's just say, $50 or $100 more. For me, retail arbitrage is a little more fun, because I'm actually inside the store going shopping retail arbitrage. With online arbitrage, that's more so me just kind of scanning websites. And I don't mind scanning websites. I don't mind shopping, looking at the front page. But a no is a little more frustrating when I'm from the computer. I'm just not a computer person, so you might be a little different. You might like hunting and pecking for deals. But as long as you have good skill set, it's not always hard to find products. But when it's hard, it's hard. And like I mentioned before, it's scalable. You can literally hire a assistant or a virtual assistant to maintain your accounts for you and maintain your logistics for you. So it's pretty dope. One thing that does help out with online arbitrage is by purchasing things like lists from other resellers or that have lists to offer, that have product recommendations. So now we're going to bring you into wholesale. Wholesale is pretty dope. That's what the big boys are doing. Anyone that you see has a warehouse full of products, more than likely they're doing wholesale. Wholesale is very great because, of course, just like you can automate online arbitrage, you can definitely be hands-free with wholesale as well. As a matter of fact, most people are indirect with wholesale because of the scalability of wholesale. They're not able to supply the the manpower necessary in order to efficiently operate the business. The only con is normally a higher buy-in. Normally, a lot of wholesale websites, you might have a minimum order quantity of 5 or 10,000, just kind of depending on which service provider you go with. And in addition to that, the margins are normally a little shorter for wholesale. So in retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, it's normally a little easier to secure a 30 to 50% return. It's kind of depending on your luck, I guess, and your skill and your ability to find products and create deals. However, with wholesale, you're looking for more of a 8 to 12% return, which is still great because a lot of people that go that route are investors, so they're looking at that as a great return as opposed to putting their money in stocks and real estate and things of that nature. So those are the main difference. Retail arbitrage is a little harder to scale than the other two. You can scale the operations of retail arbitrage, just a little harder to be more hands-off because you actually need manpower when you go inside these stores. Online arbitrage is a little different. You don't have to be there. It's not as fun, in my opinion, because I like to go shopping. I love to hit the mall, love to shop. But online arbitrage is a little more scalable. You have to be aggressive as far as finding products versus if you were doing wholesale. So with retail and online arbitrage, you always have to be in the market. The people that do very well, they're always constantly looking for more and more inventory every day, especially me. So what I do is oftentimes I purchase leads lists. I do some sourcing sometimes, but I'm not in love with sourcing like I was in the past. Like I just kind of do it when I feel like it. But in addition to that, I have VAs. Their whole job is to find replenishables for me. So I buy leads lists for people that just and often also I get a lot of calls from store owners that just kind of recognize the type of things that I buy, and they'll contact me whenever they have some excess inventory that they want to get rid of. So that's a gem in itself, whether it's a mom and pops or a decent sized retailer. But online arbitrage is pretty dope, nice margins, but you always have to be in the market of finding more and more products. And that's where wholesale comes in. That wholesale is the top tier. It's what the big boys are doing. So if you guys got any value from this content, make sure you hit smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe and share this content. And be on the lookout for more money making content.